We're going live in a couple seconds. The notifications are going out. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, internet. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the beautiful Lucha Studios in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's time for the AEW Dynamite review. Frank Jofo, take it away.
And here we go for another edition of the AEW Dynamite review. And yes, my name is Frank Jofo, and to my left, they call him Select the Brew, and up top, we got the deluxe package, Alex.
He's there now.
There we go.
The Elite! There he is! What's going on, everybody?
I was going to say, I thought we had the tech partner in the corner, but not anymore.
What's going on, guys? Big week in wrestling. We'll talk about some of the IWS stuff that we went through this weekend as well. We saw some AEW wrestlers at that event. Evil Uno being one of them. Joey Janela, an ex-AEW wrestler, was there as well. But tonight, AEW Dynamite QUAKE at the lake. Or is it QUAKE by the lake? What was it?
By the lake.
By the lake.
By the lake. It's in our title, so it's that.
Yeah, it's what it is, and that's how it goes. But no, it started off good. I have to admit. It started off good, but I didn't think they were going to... Is it a thing now that AEW bleeds? There's a bleeder in the first match, and then there's a guaranteed bleeder in the main event?
No. It's every time Moxley fights, he has to bleed. Why did Alex freeze? Every time Moxley fights, he has to bleed. That's what happens. And then if anyone else is going to bleed on the show, well, sorry guys, but Moxley's going to bleed too. Alex, you can't deny that one.
Yeah, but I was thinking what Frank said too. It's like they always book in the show with blood, and like we got blood like 2 minutes into the show.
If it's an accident, I understand. But it's like now, it's getting repetitive now. Like it's getting a little bit repetitive. Like I know people want to see blood. They want.
Let's look at the facts.
But
Coffin match, I would assume blood would be acceptable.
Sure, yeah.
But the main event doesn't need.
Moxley, yeah.
They didn't need to have that.
But you have a Moxley match. Moxley's getting bleed.
But propaganda aside, people should be starting to wake up with John Moxley because he did the same thing a couple weeks ago when he was the first match. And what is his only trope that he has? It's to do his promo talking about how crazy he is and how he wants blood and how violent he is. And he has a bleed in every match. And he's the biggest badass. And in case you didn't know, he's going to tell you that. But we'll get back to that. Sorry, I don't go on a tangent. But it's starting to get exposed.
But maybe the narrative is that every match he has, he's gonna bleed. So every person that's against him has to be ready to bleed. Is that the narrative that they're telling me? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Bleeds, he bleeds too.
Wow,
it's just a blood. Whatever. We're getting too ahead of ourselves here.
We're getting too excited.
We're getting too excited. Well, we're excited. We had a great weekend. we had shots tequila. And a couple of beers with
tequila.
With the bad boy Joey Janela. You don't even remember that we had shots tequila.
Yeah, I know that, but who calls it shots?
We had shots tequila.
Shots tequila.
We had shots tequila.
Okay.
And he requested.
Have them now.
He said he requested not shitty American beer, but strong Canadian beers was the quote. But good times. But yeah, not so much good times for
for Brody King,
the big man Brody King here. As he ended his soiree in a coffin. But what led to that? Alex, tell us.
Well, 2 minutes into the match, Brody King is just bleeding everywhere. And I mean, like, everywhere. He has blood
That was
in his
because of
eye.
the jump start from Darby Allin. Off the
Which
start,
I
right?
did like because like the whole story has been Brody King has been beating the shit out of Darby Allin in the ring and outside of the ring, like everywhere. He's been kicking the shit out of him. So it made sense. Darby comes in with a skateboard. He has attacks. You have to like surprise jump attack him. So that made sense to me. And in this case, the blood is fine. Like you have a grudge match, literally two people that don't like each other in the storyline that we have. So sure, like tons of craziness. Really cool Avalanche Code Red that Darby Allin did to Brody King.
Yeah.
Then we get to the shenanigans. I'm sure. Holy shit! Like,
Classic shenanigans of AEW. But like that's what it is, right? Like it was basically the first match, if you think about it, had the same premise as the last match. The run-ins, the bleed, the blood, the shit. Like it's I don't know, man. I don't know who are the producers for these matches. At least WWE, they put out the producer credit at the end. Or you find out somebody spills the beans, or they even actually come out and say, "Hey, Tyson Kidd did this match. Abyss did this match." You know, at least you know who's to blame here. Someone has to be blamed. And I'm getting annoyed. That's what it is. I'm getting annoyed because then it takes away from the match. It's always the same fucking bullshit every fucking time.
Well, I'll tell you what takes away from the match. It's a lights on, lights off, but tastefully
no.
one time
Lights off, and then go to the bathroom, come back, the lights are still off, and then you can continue. Go. Why did they stay off so long? Why did they stay off so long? Everyone has to get into the Sting had to get into the coffin because we didn't know he was in the coffin. Like, come on. That's why they kept it open at the beginning. Now it's closed. Oh, I wonder if Sting is in the coffin. I'm a fang.
After the lights out and he got beat up by the House of Black, I wrote in Sting is gonna be in the coffin.
He has to turn heel. He has to turn heel. It's enough. It's the same thing every time. It's the same fucking stories every time with Darby. I feel bad more for Darby Allin than Sting. Sting's had his run. He's had his championships. He's had the hurrah. WWE Hall of Famer as well. I know, but it's just. I don't know, man. It's the same. It's the same outcome for Darby Allin every time.
If he turns heel, then there's gonna be too much focus on him. Like
no,
this way he's
focus
not,
on Darby because everyone's gonna be ganged up on Darby. I think he's gonna go with the House of Black. I said it from the beginning. He's gonna go with the House of Black. I'm telling you, man.
How about this one? How about
the Redeemer comes and helps him after Darby? Maybe
Sting
has to be, man.
Sting turns heel, creates a coalition with Christian.
It's the same thing every time with Sting.
A feud, Sting and Christian against Jungle Boy and Darby Allin. I think could have kind of helped Darby Allin and Jungle Boy with a little side storyline for a few weeks.
Exactly. Maybe that's why they're bringing in these guys.
Christian did it.
It worked. It's putting over Jungle Boy for some odd reason because I still can't figure it out. But I think it would work with Darby Allin because Darby Allin's just lost in the shuffle right now. He's winning matches. He's winning coffin matches. He's having great matches. But what am I looking forward to with Darby Allin?
People get the reaction right now. He's in a moment where they're just using him for match filler.
Yeah,
not filler matches, but matches that they could kind of attach something to.
Shouldn't even have been a coffin match then.
No, they can't put him in another title angle. Go ahead, Alex.
But even to that point, like, okay, let's say I kind of agree maybe didn't need to do a coffin match, but because they did a coffin match, you should have had Brody King beat Darby Allin.
No kidding.
Because now we know there's been 3 coffin matches. Darby Allin's won all of them, but forget that too. We know that, we'll talk about this later, House of Black are going to be in the trios tournament. Why would you make one of the competitors in the trios tournament lose a match?
Yeah, especially in
Darby Allin's not in there.
Usually when you go in a coffin, you're gone for a bit, right? Like it's like, okay, you went on vacation for 2-3 weeks. You can't come back next week and, okay, everything's good. I came out of the coffin.
Yeah, no, but it's probably going to happen.
Well, of course, because it's AEW, I understand, but...
it happens everywhere, I mean, yeah.
Like what? Like, I don't know. They're running out of ideas now. Is that what it is? Seems like it to me. Like I don't know. It's just repetition every time.
The fans
repetition.
They still give Darby a big reaction. So
I don't know about big
reaction.
He
could have lost. He could have lost.
He could have lost. He should have lost. He should have lost.
Yeah.
He should have lost. In my
should have lost. He did not lose, and that is that. But one thing we do know is exactly what Jon Moxley was gonna say in his upcoming promo.
Of course.
Alex, anything interesting about Jon Moxley in his promo?
Copy paste.
Copy paste.
Maybe the last line was good, but everything before, I know we heard it before, but he just was talking about Jericho. Like, if your fighting spirit doesn't break, your body will.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, we heard it before.
Yeah. So
then
we didn't need it.
We get to rebuttal a little more entertaining the look of the babyface Lionheart Chris Jericho on his promo, which was right after the commercial break. The last survivor of Stu Hart. They love the Hart, Stu Hart. And
they're really emphasizing Bret Hart hard, eh? Like and to the point where like we know he's not gonna show up on AEW.
I feel like he said he's not coming, and they're now
no because he just re-signed the Legends contract with WWE, so he can't. He can only maybe do a couple of independent shows, the ones that are okayed by WWE, but at this point, but then you never know now. With Vince McMahon not being there, a lot of things are changing now. A lot of things are getting said that weren't said before. Things are happening that weren't done before. You know, there's excitement back in WWE, and it shows it in the product. And you never know. Maybe the forbidden door isn't closed just yet. You never know.
You never know.
I mean,
you never
I don't
know.
think we don't need Bret Hart to like show up again.
No.
Like, let's not forget, Bret Hart's the first person to touch the AEW World Title.
There you go. He brought the belt,
and
he introduced it, and Jericho was the one that won it that night, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was the first time, first match,
first champion.
So and we'll get to that after. But I actually thought he was gonna pull it off tonight. He tapped. I can't believe. You know what? That's another. We'll talk about that later. But I just hate when guys like Jericho tap. They shouldn't tap. They should not tap. No.
I thought he was gonna go out passed out.
At
Jericho,
least
with
that.
the face
At least
full
that.
of
Don't
blood,
tap.
Like,
Don't make him tap.
I thought he was gonna redo Survivor Series Austin Bret Hart there, like just pass out into submission. But again, we'll talk about that after.
WrestleMania,
Oh, it was WrestleMania that one?
WrestleMania 13.
Yeah.
The
Stone Cold and Bret
was
Hart.
bleeding on the face. Yeah.
Stone Cold,
I thought it was a Survivor Series.
No, that was the
year before.
That was the one he's talking about with the blood and everything. That was when Ken Shamrock was the referee as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one.
The
Then
T-shirt.
there was
the
another
famous
Chicago
T-shirt.
United Center.
Yeah, the T-shirt there.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. That's that. I may have forgotten the timeline of that one, but I do know that next week
I'm
is
sure it'll be
House
a
of
trivia
the Dragon.
question on the next trivia.
Is House of the Dragon the name of the show or the name of the match on the show?
It's the name of the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the spin-off.
Yeah, the spin-off.
But then aren't they also calling the Dynamite that?
Well, I'm sure whatever. I'm
I
sure
think
every
it's
week it's something
presenting.
new.
Yeah, it's like House of the Dragon is presenting Dynamite.
And they said
I don't know if it's called that.
I think they said there's
But I
a
hope you
House
like
of the
dragons.
Dragon match, no?
Yes, the 2 out of 3 falls is basically a House of the Dragon match.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Well, all of them had House of Dragon on the poster, so it all had that same graphic.
Yeah, all the matches on the card. I was a bit
Because
confused. It went fast.
It's the new show that HBO is going to have, and it's on the Discovery Warner Media streaming service, which I'm sure AEW is going to be on there in the future.
Yeah, it's a good sign. This is a good sign, though.
Yeah,
Like
but you know what I heard?
promotion
You know what I even heard too. This is some breaking news. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the TV it's not going well for them as good as they wanted it to be, and they might just be on streaming service.
I think Tony Khan is working his way towards that anyway.
Off TV, just
he's building
streaming.
his brand. He's
I don't
building
know,
his
man.
brand.
Makes money for him, not the wrestlers.
Think of it.
That's what you have to understand.
Let's just say he started tomorrow. He's got Dynamite, Dark Elevation,
3 hours of
Rampage,
TV. That's it.
Ring of Honor. He can make 2 Ring of Honor shows, let's say. He cuts a deal with Impact, puts them on. He gets like a North American deal with New Japan, puts them on his thing. I guarantee he's working on that as we speak.
People will watch this. That's the difference,
Of
right?
course they will. Think of it. If he had that right now, and
You think they cracked over a million this week?
Listen,
You
if
think
Tony
they cracked over a
let me
million?
finish my point. If we talk about
you think
dumb
they cracked
points,
over a million?
if Tony Khan had a streaming service with all those things I just mentioned, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, all that, whatever, before the Forbidden Door, for example, I would have been, oh, you know what? This weekend I'm gonna go back on some classic New Japan. I would ask Alex, like we do all the time, what are some Ring of Honors I should watch to prep me for Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. Again, I can't even name all the New Japan guys, but
well, you know one
all of the cross promotion Tony's doing, if he has a streaming service as all those promotions, obviously except WWE.
Yes, but
it'll help him and it'll help the business. I guarantee he's working on it.
Think of it. But then these other companies are like, well, how much of a cut am I getting if I'm going to give you Okada and fucking Tanahashi? Well, I'm gonna. Okay, you know what? I'll just send you the fluff. I'll send you the.
He's gonna have
it's
their
all about
library.
fucking money, man.
He's gonna have their libraries. You dumb. their content rights to.
You think that's free? You think that's free?
Yeah.
No,
What
do you-
it's not
think?
free. But those guys having it on a shelf is not making them money either. So if Tony's gonna make them, what do you want? As they say on Shark
if
Tank,
people
do you want a
actually
big
watch
piece?
it.
Do you want a big piece of a small pie, or do you want a small piece of a gigantic pie? Type of
No,
mentality.
the numbers don't show what you're talking about though. Imagine
Nobody
on
watches
streaming
cable.
service.
What are you fucking 97 years old?
Okay.
It's straight
Well,
cable numbers. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I know you brought it up. It's like, well, why do we keep talking about the million viewers every week at AEW? Like,
Nobody
we know
watches
Dynamite,
on cable.
No, but the thing is, the
Well,
truth is, Dynamite on
everyone watches
Wednesday,
illegally. That's what's going on
but
here.
Dynamite is usually number 1 or number 2 on cable on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
They're strong in the demo. Like, well, why aren't we,
Strong
for example,
in the demo.
listen to me.
In the demo.
But-
Pimple
Demo
popper
is
gets
what
more
matters.
Finish
views
his
than
point.
that.
Finish his point. Go ahead.
But the demo is what matters. It's what the demo has been stated by Stephanie McMahon in corporate meetings in WWE. They don't highlight the number of viewers, the total viewership. They always highlight the key demo in any corporate presentation that WWE highlights. And the same thing whenever the Warner Media sends out a press release saying that Dynamite was number 1 in cable, they highlight the demo. So like that's to show like.
But their demo, But their demo is not like fucking super heavyweight demo. It's demo just for fucking Wednesday. You see, compare fucking Monday Night Raw. You compare NXT's NXT doesn't. I don't know what the fuck you can't. But you know,
No,
what?
but you-
it's a delicate
but even Raw
situation,
too.
man.
Like, let's just say like WWE, like
His numbers don't lie.
But just to put it this way, SmackDown, when it debuted on Fox, it got like 3 million, 4 million viewers at one point. Now it's doing 2 million viewers. Why aren't we saying how come WWE isn't getting 4 million viewers again?
Because they're still at 2.1, 2.2 million. Steady.
Yeah, but how come they're not getting 3? How come they're not getting 3? How come Raw is not?
It's the same thing with Rampage. It's the same thing
Raw
with
is not 2 million viewers.
Rampage was over, I think, 1 million at the beginning.
It's also
Dynamite
accessibility.
was always over 1 million.
It's also accessibility. What
just
network are
the
they on?
point.
Yeah.
There's no sports now. There's no sports now. There's only baseball to compete. There's no baseball or football. Football's right around the corner.
You know what the beautiful thing is?
Yeah.
Like your point, I understand where you're coming from, but people with that
but
type of
think of
argument.
the
Hold on,
idiot.
hold on.
Think the idiot
How
out
come
there.
you can never finish a thought? You can just rant over everybody. Like people with that thought mentality, like you, they're so heavy on this argument. I don't know why. First of all, it doesn't make sense because both of those shows, SmackDown and Raw, one's been around for fucking 30 plus years at this point. The other one's been around for 20, and you're comparing it to a show that's been around for 3 years. And the fact that they're even in the same conversation is you have to look at it from the other side.
Growth.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But how
even
many
in the
people
demo-
have TBS compared to Fox? How many people are even?
It's not my fault.
It's not. I'm just saying. You do see all the numbers. Like people follow AEW. Like you said, they put up all their matches, pretty much all their clips on YouTube that night to capitalize on that. So you know, there's people that they can't get home at 8 o'clock, but you know what? I'm gonna catch the matches tomorrow on my commute or in the office, whatever. Like it's not the way it used to be when it comes to cable numbers with 1 million people.
Yeah,
like,
but even
first
that-
of all,
even,
that's
like, the
strong
point-
to retain 1 million people
Yeah.
for 3 years. Like, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, just the point I was trying to make by saying that WWE's viewership for SmackDown and Raw hasn't been the same that it's been in 5 years is that it doesn't matter because they're doing some of the best business they've ever done, and it's not because of the ratings; it's because of the rights deals that they have.
Exactly. It's
The
an
television
all-round-
rights,
It's a brand. It's a brand.
The Saudi Arabia deal, for example, like they're making the most amount of money they've ever made, but it doesn't matter. They're not doing 3 million, 4 million viewers. Who gives a shit?
I know.
So that's
but
the point, like,
I'm just
you have to
talking
stop
to the
focusing
untrained.
that.
I'm talking to the idiot.
You have to
in the
stop
corner.
focusing on that.
I don't I don't give a fuck. You think I give a fuck about if AEW? It doesn't. I sleep the same way.
you brought up
I
the
sleep the
ratings.
fucking same way.
You brought
I'm just
the numbers.
talking. I'm talking. We're doing a fucking podcast here, so I'm talking to the idiot that's in the fucking corner. Not you, guy. I'm talking to the idiot that's in
Alex,
the
you
corner.
gotta take that.
You gotta
The
ignore the
X,
trolls,
Mr.
Frank.
X,
You gotta
that doesn't
ignore
know what
the
the
trolls.
fuck is
Come on.
going on, and what is he gonna do? He doesn't know.
Hey.
Why? Nobody. Ask somebody what the fucking demo, the key demo is. They don't know it's 18 to 49. They don't know that.
That's why
they don't
nobody
know that. They
cares
look
when
at the
people
million.
argue
They look
on-
at 2 million. They look at 3, but that's what they look. That's what I'm fucking saying.
That's why those
I couldn't give a
arguments-
fuck. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even be up here every fucking Wednesday because the fucking product is going. Thank God for Jericho. Fuck. Thank you. Fuck. Thank God for Jericho.
I think you're just not happy
Fuck.
with tonight's episode, but
Yeah,
the product
exactly.
definitely, the
Even
product
more- a lot
definitely
more than
isn't
that.
going down.
Come on. Fuck.
If you
Come
just,
on, man.
how do you argue that it's going down when you just said it's been steady at 1 million for
It
a long
hasn't
time.
been fucking.
So you just said it hasn't
Look
been
at month per
growing.
month, year per year. It's
been at
down.
the-
It's
been-
down.
been at
Even the fucking demo rating is down.
It's been at the million mark pretty much the whole time. And that's a sign of
close to it.
sustaining, number one, not going down. So I don't know how you're going to start off the thing by saying like they're not growing, they're staying the same, then end the combo by saying they're actually falling, but we started the thing saying that they're staying the same.
Nah, man.
So
I don't
that's
know what
the
fuck you're
mental
watching. I don't know what you're
circle
watching. I don't know what you're
fucking line what's it
You got
called? Line
wrestlers with
dance.
fucking titles that don't even know how to fucking wrestle on fucking TV. Come on, man.
Well-
And then what? You want people to get excited in the stands? And you think when we're on AEW in Canada, when it comes to Canada, you think I'm going to be cheering for Jade Cargill? Yeah.
I
no.
will. I will.
No.
You're not
no.
bringing your sign.
No,
You're not
I'm going to be
bringing your
chanting.
baddie sign.
I'm going to be getting everyone to say
Definitely.
boring. Boring. And I'm going to make
It's not gonna
friends there.
happen. It's not
I
gonna
will
happen.
make friends there. And you know how I am at the wrestling events. I get everybody. I get everybody
Don't we
screaming
get
what I want.
Don't we get press passes there? Wasn't that our? Don't we get press passes
Can't
there?
wait.
The guys
I
that
can't
come and
fucking
sabotage
wait.
the show. Anyways,
I thought we were
like
supposed to praise the
sabotage.
product.
yeah, just like
Sabotage.
what he just did here by taking us to
Speaking the truth.
confusion moment.
Speaking the truth. The
that-
unfucking filtered truth.
So the
Right
House
here.
of Dragon match, the House of Dragon announcement, they patched it in at the same time when I believe they announced for the first time the trios tournament is happening.
Yes.
And
the
I find like
brackets.
they could have separated that, would have helped let both of those announcers breathe a little more, let us look at the graphic of the tournament and stuff. But
Yeah, I wish they kept it a bit longer because I had to like go look on my phone to find the
Yeah,
I had
the
to pause.
details, yeah.
I
That's
know
what they
we can
want
pause,
you
but-
to do.
They-
That's what
it
they
would've
want you to do.
Yeah.
but that was that
that
quick
suckered in,
segment. And we
guys.
come back to
Yeah,
the
just
ringside. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. If I could just say about the trios tournament, like it's a bit odd that the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club, are nowhere to be found. I just find that a little odd. Like, or even JAS too. Where are they? How come no combination of them
You know what?
are in the
I
tournament?
think it's a good thing though, because these teams that have been in very dominant storylines in this and that, I feel that let's get fresh teams or things
That's an
in
idea.
that tournament.
You
You
know
know,
what? I like that idea.
Like the Trust Busters.
whatever. Jericho's
They're taking a loss, right? The Trustbusters, obviously. So
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
someone to take losses here. They can't have 8 supreme teams, and at least the final 4 will be who's gonna win, kind of thing. At least you could kind of tell who's gonna win those first rounds for sure. You know,
Yeah.
Beardhausen.
Kenny Omega's coming back.
Well, yeah,
it has to be.
obviously. With
That'd be the biggest bummer in the world.
Well, we'll get to that promo. But first,
Kenny Omega. Well, he has
Tornado
to,
tag.
He has to be in Toronto. Sorry, he has to be in Toronto for October. So I'm sure that the build here is starting to come. Kenny Omega is going to be up, and it's next week, right? Kenny Omega is going to be back next week. We didn't think CM Punk was going to be back.
We have Cage My IQ with a random question here. Interesting to see what's left of Ospreay with him being finished with the G1 on Wednesday. And you get the start of Ospreay and Omega rivalry. This is
I'd like to see that.
is this something
I'd
that
say
you
that
believe
from
is
the
gonna
beginning.
happen? Alex, you're a little more specialist on these guys.
Yeah, it has to be. They've been going back and forth at each other for a long time. Like,
Yeah?
It's
On
so I think it's
social
going to
media
happen.
too and everything.
Yeah,
and
social media.
the
yeah.
build
I
is
should say,
there.
yeah.
The match would be
Yeah.
like it's just.
What's up,
phenomenal.
Hassan Terrell?
I'll just pay the pay-per-view just for that match. Like just that match on the card.
Yeah.
Just one match. Fight for 60 minutes.
How did Ospreay do in the G1? Do you know?
I haven't been following. Honestly, I find this year there's been too many people. It's 32. There's like a million matches. Like, I don't give
I
a
usually
shit.
wait till the end. I usually wait
Cage
till the
My
end.
IQ will let us know.
I'll go down the rabbit hole when it's done. Like
That's it.
I don't follow. I follow it, but I don't like now. I'm not looking at it.
Obviously.
I don't want to be spoiled unless somebody tells me something on social media. Fine, but I'll go through the rabbit hole after, and I'll go through the whole event and see what happens. But I know. I think TJP's in that one too as well. I saw that too with
Cage
what
My
is his name
IQ says he's 2-2 with 4 points.
there? Oh wow. He
Yeah.
actually lost 2 matches.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that was gonna fucking happen.
Hassan Terrell, a fun fact, is watching Battle of the Bots
What's
right
going on,
now
Cage IQ? Though, thank you very
on
much
TNT,
for tuning in and giving us that question.
Let us
Thanks
you
a
know
lot,
what?
buddy.
Every time I'm setting up for the live after Dynamite and I see they're about to do Battle of the Bots, I keep telling myself I'm
good
going to
show.
check it out because I used to like it back in
It's a
the
good
day.
show. We should review that.
A Battle of the Bots special.
Yeah.
Special edition.
Be more fun than AEW Dynamite on Wednesday.
Whoa. Tornado
Especially
tag
especially
team.
this week.
Tornado Tag Lucha Bros against Andrade and Rush. Roosh.
Roosh. Roosh. Don't
El
disrespect.
Toro Blanco.
Don't disrespect Ingonables like that.
Roosh.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable does Andrade's attire look off topic? Like, and
I don't know why he kept the T-shirt. Why did he keep the T-shirt?
He's a savage. I'm
Soon as he's gonna fight,
not to say that I want to see his chest
suit
or
on
anything,
the
but
guy.
there's guys that are. Anyways, I don't want to be the guy that's the body shamer here on the
sure.
I'm the fattest one here, but anyways, it's just like
You and me both.
But come on, man! Great match.
This was a fun match. You know what?
This match was anything but tranquilo. That's all I'm gonna say. Crazy.
Yeah. But you know what? For a tornado tag, I feel it was more easier.
There was no blood.
It was more. Is that proper English? It was more easy to follow this match, which was a tornado tag, than some actual tag matches that happen sometimes when you don't know who's in, who's out, who tagged, who didn't tag.
A couple of spots there that didn't work out, but other than that, I find it's
Lucha. There's always going to be a couple of spots that don't work out. Lucha Libre. There's always a botch.
Yeah, they'll set up Lucha Libre spots. I like them if they're executed well because they're fast paced, they're smooth in the ring. It makes sense. If somebody doesn't, if it doesn't make sense. It loses all.
At the beginning, there was some miscommunication, but then once after I think the first break, they clicked, all four of them. But I will say one problem I had with the match, maybe I'm in the minority. I would have preferred it wasn't a tornado tag match. That it should have been just lucha rules, so that you don't have to tag. When one guy gets out of the ring, your partner can get in the ring right away. I would have preferred that because this tornado tag, you can tell at the beginning there was really a lot of miscommunication, and then they got better by the end. But they're just used to no tags, just in and out. Someone goes out of the ring, your partner can go back in.
Well, we didn't get
Lucha. It would have been smoother that way, I thought.
We didn't get Lucha rules, but we got Lucha drama. A lot of drama here based off of the mask. When Penta first gets his mask tied to the ropes, and then he's in that decision where he has to help Rey Fenix and takes his mask off to make the save with the pinfall. And then what happened?
That's a good brother.
Yeah,
that's a good brother.
And then Alex Abrahantes, I believe, tries or
the assistant
was going to throw the extra mask in the ring.
Yeah.
And then he gets hit by Jose, the assistant, who gives it to Andrade, I believe, who throws the mask in the crowd, which then leads to the whole arena chanting, "Throw it back, throw it back." And I cannot believe that guy in the crowd did not throw it back.
I wouldn't have threw it back.
You would have thrown it back?
No way I would have threw it back. I was telling him, don't throw it back, please.
So I hope someone on social media in the crowd was beside him and videotaped everyone screaming at him, "Throw it back, you son of a bitch."
No. Keep it. Too bad you threw it in the. You know what? I always tell myself, I put myself in the situation if I was in the arena where it was John Cena versus RVD and they were throwing the fucking shirt back and forth. I don't think I would have did it there. I think I would have threw it back because that whole crowd there, those guys are animals. Those guys are savages. But would have caught a sucker punch, a beating, a kick to the mouth, whatever the case may be. But tonight, I would have kept it.
Would you have kept Cody Rhodes' belt?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, why not?
I think you were.
But you think that I find these four guys, they don't need that. Taking off the mask and all this stupidity
but
besides
it's a storyline without
these guys
it
should
being
be just be able to wrestle. Fuck.
Yes, but
they're good wrestlers.
That's their they're like Los Ingobernables. That's what they are. They're they're basically American heels in Mexico. That's what they are.
I get it.
Actually, come to think of it, this match when you think about it, is maybe a few years ago would have been a huge interpromotional match. They were from CMLL before Los Ingobernables. Andrade and Roosh and Lucha Brothers in AAA. Now they're all in AAA. So
they're missing.
Come to think of it, it would have been huge.
Aren't they missing their manager?
Who?
Amy Rose.
Amy Rose.
Was it Amy Rose?
It was Amy Rose. Yeah, Amy Rose.
From Ring of Honor. King and ROH. But then they're missing his brother too, Dragon Lee. Roosh's
there you go.
brother.
Yeah.
Maybe
and Dragon Lee's father, La Bestia del Ring too.
Bestia.
It's all in the family. And the other brother too. I think it's the Mystical too.
I don't remember. I remember Bestia. That was his father, and then there was the other guy. The Dragon Lee was his brother.
Yeah, I know. Tony
and
Khan.
Have another brother too.
He has another brother too.
Really?
Oh my God! So so then someone's coming. Someone's gonna make a debut soon.
I know I saw on Twitter, Lucha blog is like when you hire Roosh, you hire the whole family.
That's what's gonna happen one by one. They're gonna start coming in. They took the name. Well, that was his group in Ring of Honor. So I obviously they took it from Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is AEW. They have it in but
Well, Tony Khan is a smart man,
Really?
and I think that at the next Ring of
told you
Honor,
this?
but when he's the next build, next
Right.
Ring of Honor, he needs to get Amy Rose on that roster. Former Joe
be
Fo
nice.
during guest.
she
she was-
wanted to be a wrestler too. She wanted to wrestle. She wanted to start wrestling in Ring of Honor because they were gonna have I think they just started the women's division when what's her name won before. Now she's in NXT now.
Roxy.
Yeah. Roxy Perez or whatever. I think that's her name in NXT. But when there was a little tournament, I think she was in that tournament or she wanted to be in the tournament, the next one or something. She told us she wanted to wrestle. So who knows? We'll see.
She also told Jeremy Prophet that he would fit good in their faction.
Jeremy looks like he's a Mexican too, with his dark skin there. No
everyone
offense.
online is saying Jeremy Prophet looks like Gene Simmons with that hair.
Right.
In his
when
lit-
it comes out,
Yeah,
when it comes
with the
out.
puff, the puff and the glasses. There's a few comments on a few different areas.
Few comments on a few different
Cage
areas.
My IQ chiming in here in the chat, and they're connected with Los Ingobernables de Japan.
The Japan.
The Japón. He switched to Mexican on me, Spanish on me. Sorry. And they're connected to Los Ingobernables de Japón in NJPW. I don't know.
Naito, yeah. Tetsuya Naito. Yeah. That's a Japanese wrestler in New Japan. Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
I'm learning a lot today. I'm learning a lot.
Learning a lot. Tony Khan, get that streaming service up. Get the rights to the New Japan content. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, that was a tornado tag. A drama around the mask. They didn't throw it back in.
So you wouldn't have kept the mask? You would have threw it back in?
I don't know. If I have all the fans, and I would rather have
you're
the
the type
moment,
of guy. If somebody tells you to
I'd
do
rather
it,
have
you're
the
gonna do
moment
it.
of being the guy
I
with
would've
the
kept
mask
it.
in, and
I
I
would've
would go back
kept it.
and see it.
I would have kept it.
Ooh, the devious one is in the chat. Ivan Castillon.
What's going on? Circle of debate.
What the nice. I like the cheap plug there. We should all check out his NJPW show if we want to catch up on everything going on over there. We will do that, Ivan.
We should.
That's thank you guys for all tuning in here. Let's keep it moving, and we go to the back, and we see the Young Bucks tell Brandon Cutler to follow them here into the dressing room, and we get a nice, good old-fashioned Saved by the Bell teen drama skit here. Matt Jackson, me oh my. This was some fucking.
Are the Young Bucks good guys now? Is that what that's what's going on?
They're trying.
I don't. They're trying too hard. I don't think it works for them. I don't know. You know them more than me, Alex. Tell me something, please.
Yeah, like you gotta boo these guys. As good as they are, like they're arrogant assholes.
You gotta boo these guys.
They can't turn it now. The
You
true
have
colors came
to.
out. The true colors came out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Because they're still weasels in the end, anyways, right?
Like they
that's
are.
the best word. Yeah, good word.
No matter what, now they are gonna be looked at as like the Kevin Nash and Hogan and like kind of how people look back at the NWO, all those guys had creative control where everyone's making.
They're arrogant pricks and they know it.
Yeah, they know.
They're good and they know it. So of course you have to boo these guys.
So I just didn't like going with that notion. Like that's why I wanted to ask you, because I just didn't feel that I didn't feel that they convinced me that they're good, like they're fucking babyface, and obviously trying to roll with Dark Order babyface. Adam Page is a babyface. They want him to be in there, so
I liked it though. I liked that Adam Page said, you know what?
Why? Because
they were by my side.
Actually, I was excited to see Evil Uno in there because now I'm a newfound Evil Uno fan, seeing him in Montreal, and what a great match he did. He came and replaced Daddy Magic. And to say that I was the first to come out and acknowledge this, that Daddy Magic was injured, torn shoulder. He climbed the cage to save Jericho with a torn shoulder. And then to see him in the ring tonight, I was a bit iffy there. But I know that he is injured. Be safe. Hopefully you do come back. And you know what? I honestly, that's why I have a feeling why they're not in the trios tournament, because why not put 2.0 in there? At least when maybe even Garcia, maybe even Hager.
Yeah, exactly.
I think even with I think that a good trios would have been 2.0 with Garcia, and I think they could have did some damage. But maybe they're going to be going into a rivalry with Blackpool Combat Club. That's why that's why they're not in the tournament, I guess. But that's my notion, but we'll see. But
Well, maybe they haven't had enough trios matches to qualify. I don't know.
well, we're going to see a lot more now. We're going to see a lot more now with these titles here.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, I think, like I said, I that third man, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who can it be?
Yeah.
But
just to say, that match is going to be insane. That with the Los Ingobernables, Rouge, Dragon Lee, and Andrade versus the Bucks, and maybe Ken Omega.
You think they're gonna? You think they're just gonna?
Insane match.
They're fooling us, and it's gonna be Brandon Cutler.
That was funny. The
Holy
ending.
shit.
I liked it.
If they do that, it wouldn't be that bad. If they
So
do
then,
that,
are
You
they
never know.
heels? Or if they
It'd be
do
fun.
that, they're not baby faces. Then they're heels, right? Because
No,
they're laughing at us.
Out
Right?
of all the people, though, I still like Brandon Cutler through all this. So he still's got a place in my heart.
Yeah.
With that,
Because if you were in
He's got a place on the show.
AEW, you'd be the Brandon Cutler of AEW. That's why. That's a guarantee.
oh, we have the chat heating up here. Let's go to chat quickly. Cage Mike
Go to the
Q.
chat. Go to the
They've been
chat.
promoting a lot on their YouTube channel. He doesn't watch a lot of Being the Elite, so he didn't see a lot of it. Neither did we, I don't think. Alex, you watch it every week, don't you?
No, I don't. I look up to see if anything important happens because they do storylines there without telling us.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So maybe we should be watching the Elite then. Maybe we should be reviewing it every week.
Too much to watch.
I don't know, but I know that Big
What is it,
Joe
an
was
hour?
watching. Big Joe here was watching
Oh.
Dynamite tonight.
Big Joe was watching
He
Dynamite?
was able to catch his
What?
promo. Big Joe, just like you with Cody Rhodes, might
you
be turning
kidding
a
me?
leaf here and wanting to join in on
He
the
fell
fun to
asleep
see
and the
what we're all
channel was on
talking about.
on TBS, and it just you just figured out. Let me watch it tonight. What happened? How does Big Joe watch fucking AEW Dynamite tonight? I don't know. I don't know, man.
I do know, yes, Ivan, it was a blast to hang out with Joey Janela after the show.
Fucking Janela.
But unsung
Fucking
hero,
Janela.
it's even harder to keep up with Sexy Eddie after a show, believe it or not.
Man.
That's
I've never seen, like, going back to the, we'll talk about the AWS after, but just a quick thing. The joke is that, it was real. You all of a sudden you'd be having a beer, all of a sudden you hear Sexy Eddie. You just hear chants from everywhere. In the bar, the bathroom, and what the hell's going on?
merch
Just
stand
about
outside.
12, 13 Sexy Eddie chants just randomly going off every day, every. You know what? God bless him, because you know what? We got to meet Joey Janela. I was outside when Joey Janela just arrived. I saw it on my phone. I go, the guy's still not here yet. 2 hours. It was game time. It was 8 p.m. I don't know. It was around 7 p.m. I go, this guy's still in Toronto. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. I know that because I've taken the flight before. So I go, what the hell's going on? Then halftime showed up. We're outside smoking a cigarette. All of a sudden, I turned my head. There's Joey Janela coming in with his suitcase, rolling it in. 20 minutes later, he was in the match of the night with fucking Speedball Mike Bailey, which Speedball Mike Bailey won. But what a fucking match. The guy just got off the plane. 20 minutes later, it's not like he was in with a fucking jobber. And the guy was with the X Division fucking champion of the world, Speedball Mike Bailey, top 5 fucking wrestler in the world right now going. We love you, Speedball, at Joe Fo in the Ring. But just to say, Joey Janela, man, and the guy smokes butts, he drinks beer.
Yo, Janela took a
that
bump.
guy doesn't.
Joey Janela took an apron bump. I forgot what move he did. So hard on his head, man.
Oh.
So hard.
He took 2 shots to the head.
You're going to post it, right?
I'm going to post,
Yeah.
I have
Stay
more or
tuned.
less the 3/4 of the match I have, but I'm going to put it down into little clips on social media, and I'm going to put probably the full match on YouTube. But I'm just going to wait, I think, because Friday, if you want to watch it on Fight Network, usually the week after IWS goes on the Fight Network, every Friday at 8 p.m. So if I'm going to wait till let them show it first. I'm on an animal like that. I put up a little clip here and there of Eva Luno and Angelo Parker going crazy there, which I thought was pretty entertaining to me because they were on the same team. Then they fought, and then you could go check out what happens at the end on our YouTube channel. There's a little clip there of what happens when the Dark Order and the Jericho Appreciation Society collide in Montreal. So it was pretty cool.
How funny was Joey Janela after the match? Just comes outside, full ring gear.
Oh, man.
Smokes a butt, And then after, you just see him walk across the street staring at the restaurants. Goes into a restaurant to order like some chicken or something, like just in his ring gear.
So then, Trax goes, but how did he pay for it? Like he had money in it.
Yeah, that was. I didn't even think of that.
Unbelievable, this guy. He's you know what? I love
He's real. He's a real motherfucker.
That's what it is. That's the word I want. He's a fucking real OG, man. The fucking bad boy of professional wrestling, Joey Janela. It was a fucking honor to fucking have a beer with you, man. I hope we could do it again. And have fun in Japan next weekend.
Might see him in WWE soon.
Hopefully, man.
Might be another Selective Brew prediction. I don't know. But we'll get to that.
What did you hear? You heard something? You're having conversations with Joey Janela.
Ivan wants to see
piece of shit.
Ivan wants to see the league hook up there when AEW's in Toronto. And Ivan, not only are we gonna be in Toronto, not only is I guarantee George and Straight Talk and who else did he say? Tyler from the Counted Out podcast. I'm sure everyone's gonna be there. And someone that I could almost guarantee that's gonna be there.
You could guarantee it yourself, but it's not a guarantee. But we're gonna guarantee.
This is another Selective Brew prediction, along with Cody Rhodes MJF.
Are you gonna have like a fucking something like a graphic come out?
I'll make a highlight reel soon.
Selective Brew. Spoiler alert.
The future face of Canada is coming to AEW, whether you guys like it or not. Jeremy Prophet is on the way. I'm saying this with confidence. And that's the truth.
That's the truth.
But let's get back to tonight.
We could have just did a whole podcast on what we did on Friday, on Saturday at IWS.
That's right, Jeremy Prophet, AEW Canada. You're gonna see.
Hopefully, Jessica.
First
Black's
step is Lucha Academy. So let's see. I guarantee he's gonna pull it off, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. He still has the semifinals and the finals to go, but it's Jeremy Prophet, man. Yeah. He's the best. Anyways. Speaking of the best right now on promos, we got a little Christian Cage action here, but not before we get a Luchasaurus against Anthony Henry in a huge match. So
besides the match, we know what the match
Jungle Boy on
consisted
commentary,
of.
quick squash,
and then he went to the back.
Tried
to run down Christian Cage. But did you see who Luchasaurus hit at in the back? Pat Buck. Pat Buck used to work for WWE, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he left, I think, at the night after WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or that week, I think.
He signed this week, right? I think he signed this week.
They
added a bunch of people to...
recently.
He's been there.
A few months.
Because I heard the same thing Alex is saying right now, that he did leave after WrestleMania, and he's been in the back and he's been doing his thing in the back. But I think this is the first time we've seen him on TV. I know he's not a TV guy, but who knows? We'll see what happens. But the more WWE guys get released, the more AEW will pick them up and make them their own and try to make it a new. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be signing a lot more people now, but we'll see. I know I heard some rumblings of Johnny Gargano going back to WWE. The Fiend. It was really weird to see. I thought Eric Redbeard wanted to go back to WWE. Maybe he's on a one match contract at AEW. I'm thinking maybe I think they should reinvigorate the Wyatt family with Braun Strowman. There's even rumblings of Braun Strowman coming back in WWE. So we'll get to see some of that very soon.
Been there since April, says Cage My IQ.
Yeah,
really.
After WrestleMania.
Yeah. But he's been behind the scenes. He's behind the scenes guy. He's not a TV guy. He's not a TV personality guy like you.
Hey, I resent that.
All right.
You know what?
All right, Brandon Cutler.
See, all I see around me. There's only devils in here. I feel like Miro. He's been to hell.
Oh my God.
He's been to hell. He saw that it's empty, and we say, and.
Do you think it was going to be Lana?
Because hell is empty because all the devils are here, is Miro's quote. And only one woman is able to touch him.
What are they waiting for to pull the trigger on Miro here? Like, what's going on here? Like, we're going to have the same fucking Redeemer fucking promos every week.
What's his wife's name?
Lana.
Lana,
CJ Perry. Her real name is CJ Perry. She's probably not going to be Lana.
Was that a tease?
Obviously, that was a tease. She's coming. She was just on Renee Paquette's podcast. Renee Young, she was in WWE, John Moxley's wife. She was just on the podcast. I find that I always say, because there was a lot of people that had Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross had a little interview with the Circle of Debate guys just before, and I know that these guys, once before they re-debut or they return They go on these little podcasts to get the
Yeah, exactly.
to get the people talking, and then I wouldn't be surprised if we see Lana in the future, probably to help Miro. For some things, Miro's going to be coming down. She's gonna. Well, it's not like she's going to help him, but at least to be that second person. Maybe there's going to be a woman there.
So
Look, you already
someone
know.
has to slap Julia Hart, right?
Oh, there you
It can't
go.
be-
Exactly.
There you
Yeah,
go. There you
the
go.
writing's on the wall.
There you go.
The writing's on the wall.
That's
I
what I
like
want.
a classical little wrestling tease there, like. You know.
But is that why we're just seeing promo after promo from Miro? I'd rather see him wrestle. Like, I don't want to see promos anymore from Miro. He's gone better on the promos, don't get me wrong, but I
like
want him in the ring. I'd rather him in the ring.
This was a little
think
more.
we'll get
Except for instead of Alex Henry or fucking, these
Anthony,
fucking jobbers that should be not even on AEW Dark. You know what I mean? So,
Speaking of AEW Dark,
speaking of AEW Dark, what happened on AEW? You watch AEW Dark? Do now.
I don't really know, but we find out a little later on with a video package.
Well, if you don't know,
that carries
you
on
better
from
know.
what happens here. We see QT Marshall talking to
Marshall.
somebody off. QT Marshall talking to someone off camera. I believe
Ooh.
trying to recruit them.
Was it Jacques Rougeau?
And camera pulls out its Powerhouse Hobbs, and he just tells QT, "Don't make your problem my problem," and he's out. So QT, if you need some muscle,
Don't worry, muscle's coming, my friend.
some muscle's coming to the factory. Believe you me.
Muscle's coming,
We're
my
not gonna-
friend.
we're not gonna
Don't
say it
worry.
again.
Don't
And that's
worry.
the truth.
Do you think that's the Nightmare Factory, like Darren Solo, the Camarado, those guys, there, Gogo? Those guys they're taking losses. I understand. Like they're the type of guys. They're in the situation where they're gonna take the losses, and at
was
least
a good
look.
match after
It was a
later
good
on.
match. Aaron Solo's a good wrestler, but he just have that charisma that like. I don't know. Maybe that's why Bailey broke up with him, but well, I don't know.
I like QT's little turning it into like kind of like a little mob going on. Is assuming this
Yeah.
this I believe he's Italian, right?
I think he is.
I
I
think
think
he-
he. I think he is.
I don't know. Okay.
I think he is. He's got that accent, and I think I've seen his real name. Obviously it's not QT Marshall, but
Yeah.
I think his real name. I think he's from Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check that
I
out.
wonder if QT is a paisan.
We'll see. We'll see.
find
Maybe
out,
we'll
find
meet him
out.
one day.
Is he the Dawn of AEW? Because we have a Dawn of NXT. So.
Well, if Jeremy Prophet's going to be in AEW because of the Nightmare
Iron Man.
Factory,
Via
and
his route there is
via
the
his
factory.
route there through QT Marshall.
It's Loot Academy.
Hey.
Win Loot Academy. Head to the Nightmare Factory
Yeah.
and AEW. But
Everyone knows I'm a big QT
before
Marshall
he
fan.
goes to the factory, it's AEW is gonna be in Canada first. So he's a be around AEW.
Should be
hopefully.
fun. Should be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
We have exciting things happening.
Yeah.
My oh my.
Yeah. We're not on lockdown in Canada, I'll tell you that.
Exactly, and Cage My IQ covers what the package tells us later on in the night. We'll just skip to it right now. That originally they were trying to recruit Ricky Starks.
Yes.
Was the thing, and that's what I liked about the video package we got later on. Is that I was a bit confused there because I didn't see Dark, and then they showed us the package.
And they mentioned
Show
on
us a package.
commentary too.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks and Aaron Solo used to be a tag team
Yeah.
before AEW.
They
on
showed
the-
us little
I forgot what
pictures.
they were
You know,
called.
instead of saying it, I would have been pissed. I would have been here complaining
Yeah.
about it. Give me a fucking video package. A little montage of them as a tag team. Now, me and mentally, I'm like, wow, okay, these guys were friends. These guys, it's very psychological wrestling, and it's very easy. It's very easy to do, but it's very easy to fuck up too. But right there, perfect. That's what I want to see.
That's
So
what
I
I
want to see. I don't know what everyone else wants to see, but that's what I wanted to see.
But what do I know you want to see that?
Because they're building
do
Ricky
you-
Starks.
do-
You can
do-
see it with all these little things. They're building them up.
Do you want to see Wardlow versus Jay Lethal too?
I
If you
want to see
missed
it.
the first one,
And I think that if there's going to be a second match, I think Lethal's going to beat him.
and you think Lethal's gonna beat him,
Yeah.
well, we'll see about that. But Wardlow looked like he was gonna come and take on all three men at the same time,
Well,
and got a
something
little
happened
help
there.
with a nice little crowd reaction here, a nice little fun little something for the crowd. FTR Wardlow come in.
Is FTR's
Clear the
music
ring.
your
The
favorite?
pinnacle.
Is your favorite entrance music in AEW right now? I think it's in my top 3. FTR's music. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. It's a good
Okay, there's two
80s,
Okay,
90s.
there's two ways I
Yeah, it's
classify.
an ode to the Midnight Express.
There you
It's
go.
amazing.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there's two ways I classify wrestling music.
What?
There's how good the song is for the wrestler, for the entrance.
Okay.
all that.
Yeah,
but,
that's
but
very
then also
important.
there's listenability when it's not that, when it's not for the
Yes,
entrance.
because let's say you're training and you want to listen to it. You're going to listen to "If You Smell" with The Rock. I'm sure you do.
No,
that's a bad example, actually.
And I know you do. No, but maybe the remix of Red Man.
No, you're more of a Motorhead kind of guy.
Exactly.
Shit, that was a good one.
Time to play the game.
Was that an
And the
Aggression album?
game
That was
you
great.
played, my
Aggression
friend.
album was amazing. Aggression album was
good.
sick. Yeah. Shout out to your Aggression album. Stone Cold with Snoop Dogg.
Yes,
Down,
DX
down,
too,
down,
one was
down,
good.
DX was.
So we're gonna get basically in the end.
DMC?
Run
Yeah,
DMC.
DMC,
Run
I think it was.
DMC.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the match. Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. We wanted these guys. I think maybe more TV time. They are getting more TV time. It's unfortunate that they're doing it against each other. But
Hey,
who? No, wait. This is where it comes down to now. Who needs this win more than the other guy? Because I think they're both in the same position. I think
Wardlow.
Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm
you're
talking about the
back-
Powerhouse
you're
Hobbs
back
Ricky.
there. You're back
Okay,
there.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
when do we get there?
We fucking passed that, eh?
No,
I thought we moved to Wardlow.
no, we talked about the first promo, and then there's something happening.
Yeah,
then we go to
'cause
the
you
match.
talked about the promo. I'm just gonna go very quickly so we can go back to Wardlow. I think
Okay, let's
Ricky
just finish
Starks.
Wardlow and go to. It was a quick thing. They just
I
came
think-
in,
I
they
just
cleared
think
the
Ricky-
ring.
I just think Ricky Starks needs to win more.
Well,
Yeah,
all
me
I'm
too.
saying.
Ricky
but
Starks. Yeah.
Ricky Starks is gonna win.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks is gonna win that, but it's gonna make Powerhouse Hobbs still look big, and Powerhouse Hobbs is still gonna be a good big heel.
But as much as we want Ricky Starks to win, and I think it is best for business, I think the heel should go over first in the first match. It's gonna be more than one match.
series.
Yeah.
So let the heel win first, smash him a beating, the redemption, come
But
back.
I'm curious to see what Cage My IQ says here. Wardlow versus Singh.
Oh Jesus!
No.
Please don't.
No.
That's gonna
I
be.
mean, if he could get him up for a powerbomb, like
It's
that,
worse.
that's
It's not
be
even.
something.
So what? That's all. What? Singh's just gonna come in, bend down for the powerbomb. That's it. What is he gonna do?
Do you want to see anything else? Because
He's gonna run the
I don't want to
ropes.
see anything else.
He's gonna run the ropes with fucking Wardlow. No chance. Please, not on TV.
Ooh, Big Joe, Kane's theme from Aggression.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Oh my god.
Sick album. I think I'm gonna fucking download
Oh
it.
my god.
It's,
But it's
I have
like
to go find it. I have it somewhere.
yeah, I have the compact disc. I have all of them. I have
What's a compact disc?
I have Full Metal the album. I have the one before that. I forgot what it was
I
called.
think-
There was all the old wrestlers on it. I have. Do you have the music volume 2? Is that
I
one
have volume
sucked.
2, 3, and 4.
No,
yeah,
Volume
2.
2 sucked. Volume 2. I think that was the one that like the shit Shawn Michaels version on it. It was bad.
Yeah,
it was like the first Stone Cold version.
Yeah.
what
Volume 3 and 4 were good too.
What I was
I
gonna
think we have to
say.
do a podcast about all the WWE albums, the music.
Back to the action.
Back to the
But
action.
what I was gonna say before I forget, because I'm getting very forgetful at my age.
WWE Music Volume 4, the best one though, the green one.
I can't say nothing because
Oh, you didn't know?
I interrupt you a lot. So go. I think in the end, I think they should have had a 2-on-1 match with that, because Satnam Singh can't have a 1-on-1 match, especially with a guy like Wardlow.
Yeah.
Yet, you know what I mean? Maybe down the line. For me, what I see in Satnam, I don't think he's ready. I don't even think he's close to being even ready
No,
for
it's
a high prestige match like that.
No, you don't want to do that. It's like
So-
have that big guy there.
So
as,
put
like,
him in a
security
put him,
guard,
put him in a 2-on-1 match.
Not
Jay
even
Lethal.
no, not even a match. A big goon like a security
No,
guard.
but Jay,
like,
no,
fucking-
but yeah, okay, fine.
to
But
hide
if you
behind
want to
him.
put him in a match, you got to put him in a
maybe you
tag
could do
team
a big
match.
boot here and there.
It
Yeah,
has to be a
like
tag team
big
match,
boot,
but
fuck,
in this
choke
case,
slam.
that they want to inflict pain on Jay Lee, on Wardlow, and make him,
Yeah.
the redemption and everything.
pretty
Put him on
much
2-on-1.
what Christian was doing with Luchasaurus
There
for
you
2 weeks.
go. There you go.
It's pretty much
There
that.
you go. But I don't even think Satnam is good enough to do that squash match. That Luchasaurus. That's how bad of a wrestler he is right now.
Man.
It's clear as day. Like we're not gonna sugarcoat it here. What? He's gonna come knock on my house? Fuck.
No, I
The
was
guy
he's
can't
a rookie,
wrestle.
yeah.
I
I
know
was
he's a
just
rookie.
thinking- I
I'm
was
not
just thinking
saying
in
he's a
my-
piece of
it's
shit
okay.
and everything. The guy can't wrestle right now. So don't put him in these matches like that exposes him and makes him look like an idiot after.
No.
Like
Keep on
someone
the side.
did
You know what they need?
down
They
this
did-
card
they-
tonight.
with
Someone got exposed tonight.
Sanjay Dutt. I was
We'll get
having
to
a
that
vision
soon.
while he was talking. Sanjay, while you're in Canada, you should ask about this guy Jeremy Prophet. I think he
my
will fit
God.
really good into your crew. Add some athleticism, and I'm sure if you ask Jay Lethal about Jeremy Prophet, He knows who he is, and I think that's a good fit for that crew right there. We have two athletic guys. We have the muscle with Satnam Singh, and we have Sanjay doing the business, doing the talking. Jay Lethal and Jeremy Prophet could talk too.
Okay,
but
enough about Jeremy Prophet. Enough about Jeremy Prophet.
Hey, I want to talk.
I just can't see Jay Lethal catching beating after beating after beating, loss after loss, every single fucking week. People were complaining. Now, I'm one of those people that were complaining that we didn't get enough of Jay Lethal. Now we're getting a lot of him, but we're still getting losses. Where does it end? Like, I don't know where
we have a new, seems like a new friend here in the chat. Fiend says AEW needs to run Camarado as a bruiser Brody type. He has the look and the size.
He looks like a savage.
I see where you're coming from,
He looks like a savage.
I think they're still training him.
He's been what, 2 years?
But you know what? I don't want them to rush every new guy on TV. You like a guy, let him
he's been on TV he's been on TV before.
Bro, people forget, man. Like, people don't even know. Shawn
think
Michaels,
you have.
Bret Hart, these guys were in tag teams. They were on TV for years.
But he wasn't wearing a blue hat
years
before
they were
he wasn't
in those
like,
dominant roles.
like a pimp or something.
Let them do their thing. Let them do their thing. Let them build. Let them... You know what? Then they put the guys up quick, and then everyone's like, "Oh, he's not ready for TV."
Yeah, like Jade Cargill, right?
You know what I mean? Like, it's a lose-lose situation.
Come on, get the Jade Cargill. Come on, come on.
Let's get the Jade Cargill.
I'm just waiting to bash it.
First, you have to talk. First, you have to hear from Daddy Magic.
Whoa!
He was wearing his
lucky red jacket.
His lucky red jacket.
I love
He's got his lucky red jacket. They had fondue. They had a nice spread. Yeah. They had the bubbly. And everything.
Didn't you say that they were gonna come out with the bubbly or something? That it was
I said Jericho's winning the title
before
bringing back the holiday season to bring back the bubbly and push sales. Mark my words, and I think October may be a good time for Jericho to win the title. Toronto, maybe. Hashtag AEW Canada. Let's see what Canada wants to see and what we're talking about. But moving along here, we have now we have the Iron Solo, Ricky Starks. If there's any last comments you guys want to say on those guys.
Well, like I said before, I think Hobbs should go over. If they're gonna have more than one match, Hobbs goes over first.
Question is, if he doesn't go over,
if it's one match showdown, bye. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. But
if that doesn't happen, will you get so mad that you break my TV? Like
Ricky Starks will come out on top eventually. That's what they want, because that's what you want into the babyface, right? Yeah. You just don't want him, because if he wins the first match, what happens? Unless it's a great match, but I don't know. I think I could see Powerhouse Hobbs going over first, Ricky Starks going over after.
Yeah, ultimate.
And, then it ends in a culmination of something, Goliath, a coffin match, maybe whatever match they could think of. I know, I'm just joking. It's not a coffin match, but a steel cage or I don't know, something.
This was a good match. You got to give Iron Solo his props.
He's good. He's good.
He's solid.
It wasn't like a squash match. It was a good little competitive. You know, Ricky Starks just like out.
It's good because they know each other, right?
Even that final exchange of how
they've wrestled.
How he got that spear at the end there was like went for it. He did like the spinning heel kick. He ducked under.
Yes.
Like, you know,
very good
came
reversal.
back, then got the spear. It was a very cool ending. Man, Ricky Starks, future of wrestling.
And the thing I just want to say about Ricky Starks is that, for the most part, I love that he didn't really change his gimmick. No. He's exactly how he was. He has the same music, the same poses, the same like mannerisms, but he's a babyface. It's like it reminds me of FTR too. They didn't really change who they were. Yeah. They just embraced even more who they were. That's how I feel like that's
Rock,
great to see.
Shades of the Rock, kind of.
Yeah, but me personally, I don't like that pose he does though. I don't like it.
It's those things you have to stand
I like
out.
his music. Man. I like his music. I like his look. I like his wrestling abilities.
At the beginning, when The Rock did the smug, like...
Yeah, but...
I don't know. What I mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I just find that we see it too often that when someone has to turn babyface to heel or heel to babyface, they have to like change everything. It does work that, of course, but not everyone has to do that, I find.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that.
Not everyone has to.
No, exactly, because then it just loses its flavor, loses its pizzazz, you know, so... Pizzazz.
Ivan is on board with the devious one is on board with pushing Ricky Starks. He says here in the chat. Yeah. We're excited to see what happens. I'm happy they're finally giving.
Like I said, I think he'll go over in the end, but at the beginning, I think it's going to be all Powerhouse Hobbs. The guy has Powerhouse in his name. Come on.
But for now, let's kick it to the back with Lexi Nair and Grandpa Ass. What's his name?
Stokely Hathaway.
Yeah, Stokely. You didn't catch that when he
The Ass Boys.
Yeah, first.
But what is he doing, this guy?
Billy Gunn was pissed off that his sons ruined his legacy of the only match that he was known for, the dumpster match. Why can't they be tough? That's why he liked Acclaimed, says Billy Gunn. And that's when he gets interrupted by Stokely, who calls him Grandpa Ass. I forgot what else he says.
He's going to turn on them again?
But shout out Billy Gunn. He ain't no grandpa.
Kidding.
And he punked him off real quick. And right back to scalding his sons there. And
but what? Stokely's just pick. You just I don't know.
He's onto something.
There's something going on here. There's something going on, and I can't put my finger on it, unless it's just for something for him to do. But like, where was Ethan Page tonight?
That's it. Like,
Ethan Page. Sorry, on Rampage as well. So I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree that it would have been better to follow up with Ethan Page. But I saw floating around on Twitter that maybe he could be someone like a Bobby Heenan was back in the day, where he's managing various people, singles wrestlers and tag teams, but they're not necessarily associated with each other.
I like that.
He just so happens to be the entrepreneur, the business manager of all these group of talents, but they're not necessarily associated with each other. So they don't have to be teaming with each other. They don't have to be.
Jimmy Hart would know something about that. Jimmy Hart was.
There you go.
He's got
another
a
example
plethora.
Yeah.
He just goes in the closet. He's got about 15 tag teams there. Those jackets. Maron, if I can just imagine that closet.
Speaking of entrepreneurial managers, we got introduced to, I believe, a new one here, Ari Daivari.
You know who that is?
I'm not sure I know who it is, but he's apparently...
his brother was in WWE, right?
Yeah, Sean Daivari.
That's what I was going to assume. I don't want to assume. I think it's the same guy.
Parker Boudreaux, the guy in the back.
That guy,
he followed us on Twitter. I've talked to him before.
That's why I recognize his face.
But after he left NXT, I was trying to get him for an interview, but anyways, whatever. We'll talk about that another time. But like I said before, they need teams. I think that's what they're lacking too, AEW too sometimes. Yeah. They need teams to take losses. They need wrestlers to take losses. And like a guy like Aaron Solo, maybe he shouldn't be losing matches. Like even that's why maybe they had to take Dante Martin off there too. The guy can have great matches every time, but not everyone could be Daniel Garcia and be Brian Danielson at the end, right? So you need guys to take losses. It sucks, but it is what it is. Maybe in a year or two, maybe people start getting on top of your character and they start getting excited and they want you to do more. And maybe Tony Khan will open his eyes sometimes and see these people and give them a chance. But for now, you need people to take losses. And Ari Daivari, and there's I don't know who the other guy is. I've never seen him before. What's his name?
Slim J, actually.
Slim J?
I never thought I would see Slim J again, like since 2002. Like,
you know this guy? You've seen him before?
Believe it or not.
Oh my God! He's in what? Where was he? In Ring of Honor?
NWA TNA, like 2002, and even Ring of Honor a few times.
Really? Wow.
I think he left or he retired for a couple of years and he came back something like that. Because I haven't heard his name in a long time, so I was like, is it the same guy? Apparently it is.
Well, they've had, 2-3 matches, I think, on Dark, because, I follow Parker, and I see that he's on AEW Dark and Elevation. He's doing some great stuff, and then all of a sudden, they're in the bracket for the Trios titles. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win the Trios titles, but having that opportunity to be on TV tonight, to be on TV next week or the week after because they're in this tournament, gives them exposure, and you never know, man. People might jump on the bandwagon here. Ari Daivari is a good wrestler too. He was in NXT, the Cruiserweight division too. He was amazing.
The Cruiserweight Classic and 205 Live.
Yeah, he was great.
And even like Parker Boudreaux, people were saying he could have been the next Brock Lesnar when he was in WWE. But
he's got the look. So maybe the wrestling ability is going to come. But a guy like that, that's someone that I could see you liking. Not for nothing. He's got the look. Parker, he's got that look. He's got the face. He's got the attire. His wrestling is not the best, but I saw his match on Dark, and it was a lot better than the ones he was having in NXT. So it's good for him, man.
Well, I don't know if how I feel about him, but I know Fiend over here is really big on Camarado.
Ooh.
I'm starting to think that it is Camarado.
Could be.
As an alias, just trying to put over...
Maybe he's getting scared that he knows Jeremy Prophet's going to be coming to town. And
Fiend says, get him away from the factory. Big Joe, they don't make
maybe
it
somebody
easy.
needs to turn on somebody in the factory there. Someone has to turn on QT, maybe. Who knows? Camarado could be the guy. A Go-Go, too, another guy. Just had an interview with Chris Van Vliet, so... If people are getting these interviews here and there, these big-time interviews, something's going to happen with these guys. And this is the second week he's been on TV. I'm sure we'll see him again next week, so we'll see.
Someone I know says Vil C.
Vil C.
Big Joe, just to touch on your comment there, we're not even going to talk about the amount of factions. It's just like something we've talked about a million times. But yes, there are quite the amount of factions. I think
it's Tony Khan's fascination with like New Japan and even Lucha Libre, where everyone's in a faction.
That's what it is.
It's
that's exactly what it is.
It makes it easier to make stories when everyone's intertwined.
Everyone's in a faction in New Japan, right?
You could bring a story out of left field just because everyone's in factions, right? I could make this guy feud with that guy because me and him are feuding.
Yeah, but
because
then if factions feud together, you could have tag team matches, trios matches, one-on-one matches, and the ones you really want people to go against, you could save them for the pay-per-view. It's an easy playbook.
You maybe think of a spin-off of Family Feud. They have down the line they got AEW Faction Feud. Live co-promotion with Steve Harvey and Family Feud.
It's for example, you know you're gonna get Ricky Starks for Powerhouse Hobbs.
Faction Feud.
So you need something to go in between, right? You need some fluff until they go to the pay-per-view, or just the money maker where you make money. You don't want to. So we'll see. But that's a good fucking point there. That New Japan is all about factions, and I think that's where isn't that where Eric Bischoff got the idea for the NWO was from New Japan?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It was done in New Japan first. It was interpromotional UWFI.
That's crazy.
And New Japan, and it did huge business in Japan and
big time.
So.
Big time.
Well, you're saying people need to take losses. You're talking about what they're into in Japan. I know one person what they're into, and that's not losing. That's Jade Cargill. She's into winning and winning and winning.
She deserved to win that match tonight.
She, of course, deserved to win that match. Of course.
Just be real for once in your life.
Queen.
Be real for once. Look how nervous you are. Holding, you're nervous. You're nervous. You're nervous. You're nervous. Frank is gonna explode.
I don't care if Frank explodes.
You can't
walk a mile in Jade Cargill's shoes.
That's like, hey, I hope she doesn't. It's like somebody watching that not knowing it was for the TBS championship and saying, I hope she doesn't go for the title. Hey, buddy, she's the TBS champion. She's 36-0. Really? Wow. Like, come on, man. How many more matches are we going to have like this? I don't want to be that prick. Fuck, man.
Going.
It's right there. I'm watching it live. Come on, man.
You said it.
Come on, man.
You hit the nail on the head. Now, whether you're cheering for her or cheering against her, you're gonna watch because.
But can I cheer against her because
or you want to see her lose? So
it's not even that. It's not even that. You're so fucking out of like. Oh my god.
Right, Alex, tell me.
Yeah.
If you
tell
hate
us,
her,
Alex.
I don't know. I think like putting the title on her like really exposes her.
That there's no turning
especially
back.
when you know who Madison Rayne is. I'm sure you've seen her fucking fight. She's not the best wrestler, but she's a lot better than that. At least she knew she would sell the moves.
She did good tonight.
She sold moves and everything for her. She did that for her, and she still couldn't put herself in that position to say, hey, because I wanted to come here and sit down and say, hey, you know what, Jade, now you're fighting a good women's wrestler, and that match you just had made you look like $1 million, but it didn't. It didn't, and if anyone is gonna say that it did, they're all idiots. They're all fucking idiots.
Alex,
look at them laughing.
What would she say to him?
Come on.
What would she say to him after he says that?
What's she gonna say?
Cut the shit, Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Cut the shit.
So after
Come
Powerhouse Hobbs
Come on.
smashed the TV and the set here.
I think Frank wanted to do that too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Excalibur made sure to say it here. The staff quickly rebuilt the set in the back. Let's go to the back. Guaranteed to go, fuck, we have a pre-tape here, man. Hobbs
I think it was one of those like plastic fucking TVs that are using like fucking...
Yeah, but either way, for congruity,
What? What was that word you said?
Is that
a word?
Continuity, maybe.
Continuity? Yeah, you're not too
congruent.
good.
Yeah.
You know
Congruent is
good
when
words. You
What's congruent when shapes are the same
shapes?
or similar? What's congruent? Okay,
Did
Siri.
you get your high school diploma, man? I'm getting. I don't know, man. You show me
What's the
yearbooks and
definition
everything.
of congruent?
I don't use the word. That's why I can give a fuck.
Subliminally.
So I know what that word means.
Subliminally, you knew
Yeah,
what
I
I was.
don't know.
What I you knew.
But
what
I
meant.
don't use blah, 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 and think that I know what I'm talking about. Don't use big
Either
words.
way,
Fuck.
the set was rebuilt.
Cut the shit, Bruno.
The set was rebuilt.
Like
in
this one
time
here.
For
Like this one here.
exactly for Tony Schiavone.
You're
to
having
have
grills
a-
over. That's
a-
why you cleaned everything up here, right?
Can I announce the next promo, please?
Okay, fine.
Tony Schiavone's in the back with a brand new rebuild set to say how because
I'll
was
choke you
Chris Statlander injured again. Is that
I
what he
guess
said?
that's what happened.
Yeah, that really sucks. I think it was
Yeah.
on a dark taping or something like that.
Jesus.
Imagine on a fucking
shit.
dark taping.
And because of
Well,
that,
that's how Layla Hirsch got injured too.
Oh
like
my
on a dark
God,
taping as
man.
well.
Instead of fucking putting her on TV, you put her on fucking dark to get injured, but you have fucking man, that's shame on you, Tony. Shame on you.
Shout out Hassan Terrell for still being here. Shout out Fiend. Shout out Big Joe. Shout out everyone.
I
Ivan.
want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you very much. Hope you subscribed and subscribe to us if
But
you haven't.
aside from injuries here, the
Screw
announcement.
you, Bruno.
Tony Storm is now number one contender,
Yeah.
so there's gonna be something down the line. But next week she's in action, and Thunder Rosa is gonna be watching.
Did you think they were gonna stay friends forever? They're obviously gonna go against each other. Obviously, we already saw it happening already.
Yeah,
So I guess they
sooner than later,
just have to
but-
fast forward it now. That's all it is. So
Yeah, exactly.
and
yeah.
Tony Storm
Exactly.
should Tony
Statlander
Storm.
should be-
Hopefully, Tony Storm does go over on Thunder Rosa. Hopefully now. I hope.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean,
Athena
I just feel like Tony Khan, AEW, they love to have their like at least 6-month reign of the champions, except for the TNT title. That's the exception.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
But the Young Bucks were never supposed to be tag champions again, anyways. But yeah,
Well, that's because
I
of
find
that was because of Jeff Hardy, right? So
yeah.
yeah.
But not everyone has to have like a 6 to 9 month title reign.
No.
You know,
No,
3-4 months is reasonable.
No,
even less.
because now you know what it is with Jade Cargill. Now they're fucked. Now we gave her this
Forever.
fucking streak. And now we have no choice to keep going with it. Now we have no choice.
Who knows? Maybe they'll retire the title at this point. Jade
It's
Cargill
alright.
will be champion forever.
But like I don't know, man. Like
Keep
it's
it going.
I don't know. They have no choice now. They have no choice. Hopefully it works out for them. What I could see
But
right
we know
now.
Athena is challenging.
I think
Cargill.
Athena is going to be the choice to do it. So if there's going to be one title that the champion should lose, I think it's Jade Cargill's. So
not gonna happen.
learn how to sell a
Just
fucking
like
move.
just like tonight.
Fuck.
Just like the main event. It's time.
I thought he was going to pull it off. I was.
Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Was that his
against-
original music? Sorry.
That's his ECW song. It's a White Zombie song.
Wow. Fuck you.
And he came out with his the Tron had like New Japan footage.
Yeah.
Like I would be hilarious if Jericho just calls himself La Sexorcisto because that's a White Zombie album. That should be his next gimmick.
Well, fuck.
If
You know
he
what?
can license it.
I can guarantee you this. We're clipping this moment right here. We're sending it to Chris Jericho, and we're going to see if he likes it or retweets it. And if he does, you never know what could happen with Le Champion. But what a match. What a match. Besides the bleeding in the ring, because we already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The great spot with the earring.
The
Taking the
earlobe
earring right off his
bleeding, yeah.
lobe bleeding. Does an earlobe bleed that much? Because even Regal said it too, just to confirm it.
Apparently,
Because I'm sure there was something like, did he cut something like worse than we thought? Because there was a lot of blood out there, and I'm glad that Regal, the professional that he is, said that. Oh, if you guys don't know, when you do bleed from the earlobe, it bleeds a lot. So that convinced me. Even if I don't even know if it's true or not, I'm convinced. But go ahead.
Big Joe is not convinced on John Moxley, and yes, Big Joe, I second your motion.
Oh, you're lucky Claudio Capri's not here.
Watching Moxley tonight made me want to slam my TV.
Oh, nobody told you to watch AEW Dynamite, Joe.
Right?
Nobody told you to watch
I
it.
watched
Joe.
because I was freaking cheering Jericho like crazy, just like you, and I want to see that title change hands, but it's not. But I think we're looking at hopefully Jericho against the man that comes out later on at the end of this match in Toronto.
Jericho
to win the
is
title
like,
back.
what other
I can
gimmick
see
is he gonna
Jericho
pull out now?
winning it in Toronto.
What other gimmick is he gonna pull out now? He pulled out Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, Lionheart. What's next?
Yeah.
I think yours is gonna be next.
Let's say he can't really do anything in WWE. We can't see the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, he already did though. You did the list from WWE.
the
but you know,
lexicon
like
of the lexicon.
Yeah, exactly the lexicon of Jericho. Yeah.
But the whole
spin-off,
thing, I'm really the match was great. Good action. The flow was good, and you could tell that these guys have been in these high profile matches because when it goes to commercial, they're not scrambling. It's symphony in display.
Yeah.
You see when they put Jericho got Moxley in the Lion Tamer through the whole commercial break.
Yeah,
that was weird.
That was weird. But the one thing
God, he's gonna tap out, he's gonna pass out.
Understand.
Anything can happen, and we're gonna go to commercial break for this. What?
Because I think I missed it because I think I looked off or I drifted off and I heard Sammy Guevara is here. What happened with Sammy Guevara and the whole bat thing there? What happened with that? Because then I just saw him in the ring after.
Yeah, that was a bit.
I think
he overshot. He threw the bat to Floyd to Jericho, but he overshot it, so it went outside the ring. Meanwhile, Aubrey Edwards has to pretend that she can't see that the bat went outside. She has the turnbuckle pad, and then Jericho had to run outside, get the bat, hit Moxley, kind of like to Aubrey Edwards' side that she could sort
and tell
of
her,
see.
yeah. That's like Jericho says, it's live TV, man. It's live TV. People are gonna call that a botch, and fuck them for saying that because you know what? That's not a botch. You know what? That's trying something on the fly. You know what? Okay, but still,
it's a botch and it's okay. That's what you should say. It's a botch and it's okay.
But there you go. Because in the
we're
end,
not making fun of you for it's a botch. It's
any of us would try the same fucking thing, and especially during a match. The match was already 20 minutes deep. You know what I mean? 25 minutes deep, blood everywhere, and you know what I mean? On live TV, main event. Try that 10 times. I probably won't even get it once. If I was Sammy Guevara, I probably won't even get it once. Maybe once, by fluke. Maybe. But other than that, I know you would get it maybe 4 or 5 times for sure.
I'll get it right.
For sure. One shot for sure. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. And another thing you can guarantee is that we will be back here. But I was about to wrap it up.
At the end.
CM Punk, because you know what? This is the crazy part.
Boxing match just bores me, man. But thank God the ending happened.
I see the thumbnail and I go, who the fuck is that? At first I thought it was Angelo Parker from 2.0. If you look at it fast, he goes, no, it's CM Punk. I go, CM Punk. He goes, I didn't know he was gonna come back. I go, come on. It was all they didn't say it on social media, but they kind of like. And then I think JR even said, with the interim. Comment that he said, because I don't like this interim talk. He's the champion. He's the champion. So when he said that, bang, it clicked right away. I go, okay, now it's a guarantee that CM Punk's coming back. CM Punk comes back, face to face, and it looked like he was wobbling a bit when he ran down a bit. That's just me. But
a little bit. Yeah.
They really sold that he didn't. He wasn't cleared yet. I understand they're trying to sell it, but maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
A good old fashioned.
We'll see.
Good old-fashioned wrestling, unexpected comeback, music.
I'm sure.
Timing.
I'm sure we'll see a match with him on Rampage before the All Out. I'm sure. That's for sure. You think they're just gonna put him straight into that main event with John Moxley? No little match before just to set it up, like. I
don't think you need to. Yeah, no. I think the match sets itself up. You know, who's the real world champion? There's always that, right? Like. Are you the interim champion? No, screw that. I'm not the interim champion. Fuck the interim title.
Because you know what? I feel Jim Ross's anger and the way he was saying it in his voice is like, okay, it's enough with this interim now. It's enough. And I'm sure they were saying like, okay, CM Punk, are you coming back? Let's go. Like, I'm sure it wasn't supposed to be this long too, right? That's another thing too. So when things happen that you're out of you can't do nothing about. An injury just happens, like Chris Allin, and maybe they had some program for her. CM Punk with maybe Wardlow was supposed to be champion eventually. Who knows? Now they have to give him the TNT. But just to say, now we're gonna get to see who the real champion is. And the last question we're gonna ask all of you here tonight, even people in the chat, put it in the comments. But guys, I'm gonna ask you guys: John Moxley, CM Punk, who is the champion? Who's gonna win that match?
That's an easy one. CM Punk, and if they make John Moxley beat CM Punk, I may have to take a break from Dynamite.
Well, let's hope so. But I'm gonna go with my pick. I'm going Moxley, and I think it's gonna be some. It's straight up.
Punk will not lose to
straight up match. Straight up match. Give it to CM. But I know there's gonna be some kind of chicanery. Cesaro screws thing over. Eddie Kingston maybe a returning Kenny Omega if he doesn't return next week on AEW Dynamite. Who knows?
Ooh, bold prediction from Ivan.
I was thinking that too from Ivan, but yeah.
Read it out.
MJ Ivan says,
"Ooh, MJF."
I'm gonna predict this.
Everyone forgot about Mr.
CM
Maxwell.
Punk wins it, and MJF returns and challenges CM Punk, or they add MJF to the match triple threat. I hope it's a CM Punk wins and MJF comes back.
I would rather that.
Be good to close
that
the
would
show.
be good.
Yeah,
that's
that'd
a
be
good
great
fucking. That's a good one. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ivan, you might be onto something.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking more for. I want Jericho versus CM Punk to be the main event.
Yeah, but wait,
at Dynamite in Toronto.
MJF, he's told Tony Khan to go fuck himself. He doesn't want to be in AEW. He's not coming back. Come on, guys. As much as I wanted him in WWE, well, I guess we're gonna have to wait another 2 years.
MJF,
for that.
Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 40.
Well, let's see. Hopefully, we'll see.
I predicted it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's gonna happen. As much as the AEW fan I am, I know these things, man.
I would love to see
I'm
that.
on the inside, man.
I would love to see that.
Me and the boys, you know.
That's gonna be where? That's WrestleMania 40's in. In Philadelphia? No.
I know.
Yeah, it's correct. One of them is in Philadelphia.
This one's 39. That's coming up, right? 39 is coming up.
Yeah.
The year after is in Philadelphia at where the Eagles play. It's a Faco Field or something like that, or something.
There you go.
Philadelphia, yeah.
Next year's in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Hollywood.
No,
Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood. Yeah.
We'll see.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
One thing we know is gonna be good. It's gonna be the AEW Dynamite review next week because we're here every week. I was about to say
Wednesday.
same week, same time. I wanted to say
single Wednesday.
I botched that one. That's what happens when you're live. Too much.
Jericho could use the excuse, not you.
Hey,
You have to be perfect every fucking time, or else.
Or else you get headbutted by Luchasaurus.
But I want to thank everybody for coming out in the chat. Some new people, The Fiend, obviously some good friends of ours from the Circle of Debate, Cage IQ. Thank you very much for all the comments, all the messages tonight here in the chat. And
Hassan Terrell.
oh, who else was there? Sorry,
Hassan Terrell.
Hassan Terrell.
Big Joe Ivan. Yeah.
Oh, Big Joe as well. I don't know how Big Joe. Let's see, Big Joe. We'll be watching AEW Dynamite for 2 weeks in a row. Next week, when we'll be here live at 10:15.
Wait, it's confirmed Big Joe may be coming to the Lucha Academy.
Whoa, Big Joe.
That's confirmed.
Not on the fuck. Okay. So that's
Luigi
good.
Melli is in the house. It's
Oh.
okay. What's up, Luigi? We didn't see you there. We did not see you there. But be here. We will be here. You'll be there. We'll all be together next week. Like we said, right here, the AEW Dynamite Review, 10:15 every Wednesday. Alex, any last words?
No, but I think I might be the minority. I enjoyed tonight's episode.
Shame.
Not the best, but
You know what?
enjoyable.
Aside from the
Jade
outcome of
Cargill
the main
match?
event, I did too.
What?
Aside
Didn't
from
like the main event?
I
Did we
didn't
start
like
this
the
podcast or
outcome.
what?
I said the outcome. I didn't like that Moxley won again. That's all. If you listen to,
I didn't like the brawl. Just to say that was too unnecessary. But whatever.
One thing is necessary. It's this show, and we'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember, wrestling is life. Oh, sorry.
Bitch. Son of a bitch.